What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel. Check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak about an episode of Odd Couple, and they had an interesting topic. They were talking about LeBron James and would a fifth ring would this make LeBron James a GOAT, right? And so my immediate answer right off the top is no. And the reason why I feel like if LeBron James was to win a fifth ring in Philadelphia, it definitely wouldn't make him the GOAT because of the time that LeBron James has played. LeBron James, this is, he's already played 23 is going into his 24th year, right? And 24 years, so far, 24 years, and he have four championships. And that, like no way in the world, and that's just one reason, one major reason that LeBron James, can't be the GOAT. I don't even really feel like LeBron James is in that GOAT conversation, but so many things that LeBron James has done throughout his career has disqualified him. And people point that out, like Charles Barkley just spoke about LeBron James cherry picking. They're always trying to pick the best team to play for throughout his career. Whereas though he's from an era where that like you wanted to play against the best. If you was the best, you wanted to play against the best, and you didn't want to you if you was the best, you had other people teaming up to try to beat you more so. Whereas though LeBron James was the guy who wanted to team up and try to beat everybody else throughout his career. Then you look at how many times LeBron James lost in the finals. You look at his performance in the 2011 finals, which like when you think about all the greats, like nobody has really had that poor performance, and considered themselves the greats. And for so many different reasons, people say, well, LeBron James is just not the GOAT. So if LeBron James was to win a ring or even two rings here, when he goes to Philadelphia and they start playing, to me, um, no way LeBron James in that conversation, right? And so I'm gonna play the audio from the show, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna give some more of my input.
So, guys, here's the question. Let's say in a hypothetical situation, LeBron James does seal the deal. He fulfills his promise. He gets ring number 5 there in Philadelphia. Does that change anything for you in the grand scheme of things?
No, absolutely not. I've said this, Rob. Both of y'all know I've said this for the whole time I've been on this show. It was 2 years now. He is already cemented wherever he is for everybody, Rob. If he was the GOAT for you, he can only get GOATier, and he's not going to go backwards. He's already where you think he is, right? He can't go backwards all of a sudden. And if you think he's third, fourth, fifth, he ain't better than Jordan, he ain't better than Kobe, well, he's not going to get all of a sudden better, probably not going to get worse as well. So I think, to me, this is more cemented for like 90% of the people who have been following LeBron James's career. He is where he is already with you. The only thing this can do is at later in history when you start getting removed from what you were there, you witnessed in real time, right? Because then it becomes, if you're a little younger right now, if you're an 8-year-old basketball head who loves the game, well, you get a little older and you're just going to go, well, shoot, LeBron James had 5. You know what I mean? And you'll start going down the list of Kobe only had 5. LeBron had 5. What's the big deal? Or Tim Duncan had 5. And when you do that, you don't generally contextualize like, well, Kobe wasn't the finals MVP in 3 of his 5 championships. Now, we know he played very well. He was insane in some of those series. So please, I know this, guys. Y'all know I know hoop. I'm just saying, like, you could contextualize it that way. Tim Duncan, the last couple, it was Tony Parker won 1, Kawhi won 1. So, you won't do that. You'll just go, you'll go, Tim Duncan has 5.
No, if
Kobe has 5.
But if he
LeBron
doesn't,
will have 5 if he wins.
But if he doesn't win, he played 20. How many years? 24 years.
24.
24 years to win 4 championships. Seriously, like the longer you play, the longer you dilute your legacy. That's the only problem.
At this point, Rob, he's going to 25. He's gonna make it a quarter century.
No, but I'm just saying the longer when you start to look at winning, you know what I mean?
What about 5 for 25? Is that cool if I give you 5 for 25, one every 5 years?
No,
is that cool?
That's not cool. Are you kidding? 5 for 25.
Yeah, 5 for 25 is not good either, right? And so like some people just saying, and part of what this guy, I think his name is Washington, all right, he's trying to say is that LeBron James is trying to rewrite history, right? But even though, even say for instance, if people down the line, if LeBron James win his fifth ring, and down the line people look back on the history of the game and say, "Wow, LeBron James won." He won five, just like Kobe, right? Or five, just like Magic. But the thing is, it don't really matter. You can rewrite history, but like you don't, he won't have that effect. Like LeBron James, no matter what the history books will say about him, he won't be able to benefit from that. And see, that's what's more important. LeBron James being able to benefit from how the fans right now see him. So, and that's where, like he can't cash in on what people will think about him in the future. He can only cash in on the work that he has put in now and how people feel about him now. It don't matter like what history books can say anything. They can lie and say anything they want about LeBron James, but that won't benefit LeBron James. Now it won't benefit his legacy. What LeBron James and his legacy, like when it comes to like being able to pass down generational wealth and things like that, he won't be able to do that because LeBron James, like people now don't see LeBron James the way they see Michael Jordan. They don't see LeBron James the way they see Kobe Bryant, right? So if LeBron James, I mean, he's already, just like the guy said though, he's already etched in where he's going to be at for right now. Now, how they try to put that, later on in history, it really don't matter because LeBron James will not benefit from that. If you try to, and you could lie and say LeBron James won 17 rings. It won't matter once LeBron James is out of the league. LeBron James is gone. That's not something that's going to benefit him. But see, once Michael Jordan left the game, he could still tap into his legacy and his fan base because people feel that connection to him. LeBron James is polarizing, right? So being polarizing is a different kind of connection. It's not as it's not as captivating as somebody who is who gave a lot of good memories to people like basketball fans. Whereas though LeBron James is interesting to watch as far as because of some of the storylines that's around him and and the controversy that's around him. But as far as LeBron James like being able to cash in on that like Mike did, or like what Michael Jordan is doing now. Like, and I always talk about like Michael Jordan because of his fan base can always cash in on that. Like Michael Jordan would never be broke. And the fact that because of the work that he put in, and I like to use Michael Jackson as an example because Michael Jackson was just so beloved worldwide that if Michael Jackson ever ran out of money, whenever he did run out of money or got low on money, he could just announce that he was doing another concert. And people would, like people wanted to see Michael Jackson. And so they would, like tickets would sell out immediately because he was just loved by the fans like that. Whereas though LeBron James, excuse me, LeBron James don't have that love. So now the media and the people who write the history and all that stuff, they can write it up like he had that. But LeBron James won't be able to capitalize on that. Nike won't be able to capitalize on that because he can't like Nike, the NBA. I just listened to Rick Bucher said that this series right here, that this past final series between the Knicks and the Spurs was like one of the highest rated finals, or I think it was like the sixth or the seventh highest rated finals, ahead of LeBron James. Like the top five, Michael Jordan was a part of all the top five finals, right? So if you Nike or if you any sponsor, you can't cash in on a guy like LeBron James. His highest rated finals came in ninth in history. That's when he was playing against he was playing against Golden State when they had Kevin Durant. So he was, even then he was ninth. The Knicks just beat him out at number 7. And Michael Jordan, and Michael Jordan was his highest ranked finals was with like low market teams. You know what I mean? Like teams that it wasn't like it was a demand to see Mike. Anytime you had the low market teams, and all of those teams was it was a demand to see Mike in the finals, man. And LeBron James is number 9. You can't, if you Nike, you can't cash in on that today. If you any sponsor of LeBron James, you can't cash in on that because the fans are not really, they're not really feeling that. Michael Jordan still outsells LeBron James when it comes to merchandise and stuff like that. If LeBron James is in a room and Michael Jordan walk in, all the attention goes to Michael Jordan. So, now later on in the history books, you can say, well, oh, LeBron James was just such anything you want to write about LeBron James, but they can't cash in on that. Not right now, they can't, so I don't care. LeBron James, if he win a ring or 2 more, man, nothing he can do to put himself in that GOAT conversation because it's over with, basically. It's over with. As a matter of fact, there was never a race or any competition. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, I'm gonna check y'all out in the next video. Peace.